So I went onto Reddit and I asked people, what are the most important episodes of Sister Wives for me to review? Nearly everybody said, I have to watch the episode where Robyn goes dress shopping. And I will tell you, it was like an emotional roller coaster. So I'm going to kind of walk you through how I felt about the episode along the way, because my thoughts sort of changed. The first thing that stood out to me is that no one seems happy. None of the original three wives seem happy. Meri is not happy at this point. Christine is devastated. And I think that Janelle is essentially checked out. So the three wives are not happy, and this is the first time where you see Robyn sort of taking up space. Like in episodes 1 and episode 2, she's like, I just want to be a good fit for the family, and I care about how I'm impacting other people. In this episode, she's demanding attention. She's demanding time with Kody. So I thought that was notable, but not absurd. They're engaged. It didn't seem absurd to me. What stood out most initially was how unhappy Christine was and how it was impacting her behavior. If I just watched this episode in isolation, I would say, wow, Christine complains constantly. She complains during the cake tasting. She's terse with Kody throughout the episode. She's unhappy when they're trying on dresses. She's complaining about the flowers. She is globally very negative.
My wedding reception was totally different. I did not believe that a plural wife going into a family should have a big reception. I thought she should have a small family dinner. That was it. It's not going to be like it was before, and I liked it. Like you cared what I wore at all on our wedding. It wasn't funny. You look like an idiot. Sorry.
It wasn't funny.
And I need you to step it up because you can.
Now, the backstory of that is she just had truly 3 weeks prior. She didn't have a big wedding or reception, and so she's watching Kody put all of this energy into Robyn's wedding, knowing she didn't get the same. It's really remarkable timing for them to decide to have their wedding so close to truly being born, and it's clearly a rough place for Christine to be in, and so I think that her pain and sadness turns into anger and criticism and complaints in her social interactions. The next thing that stood out to me is just how, I'm trying to think of a better word besides dorky or goofy Kody seems. He comes across very immature to me, and he's just very excited to be involved, and I don't think there's a problem for the husband to want to be involved in picking out the cake. I don't think it's a problem for the husband to want to be involved in picking out the flowers, but it's his level of excitement, which makes me think it's not so much about the cake or the flowers, but it's all of this attention related to a ceremony that involves him. The other thing that stood out to me was Meri, who was originally the most involved in bringing Robyn into the family, sort of seems defeated, right? At one point she says, I don't like it, but if Robyn's a fiance and they've been courting for this long, then it's fine if Kody wants to spend time with her. He can do whatever he wants. And there's a flavor in the way she says it, which says essentially, I know that Kody would rather spend time with Robyn than any of us.
Fine, go do what you want, spend every, fourth night with her. I'm sorry.
And I think that's sort of the big shift. Originally she thought we're bringing this person into the family, right, for the family. And now it's clear that the way she views it is, this is Kody's little pet project. This is what Kody wants to do, and we're allowing him to do it, which is, I think, the crux of why it's so painful for everybody at this point.
Yeah, I realize that you moved, moved cities, and that's a big thing, but everybody's life is being put up in an upheaval with this.
So that took me to about 90% of the way through the episode, and I was thinking, seems pretty unremarkable. Like, why does everybody want me to watch this? And at the very end, Kody is, they're doing the interview with TLC or whatever, and Kody is giddy, and he goes, I got a bomb to drop. And he excitedly says, I picked out Robyn's dress.
I got a bomb, yeah. I got a bomb I'm dropping today. I picked the dress.
You're the groom. Did you really?
I picked the dress, and we went to Lisa's bridal, and Robyn and I went and looked at dresses, and she picked one out, and I was like, holy cow, it's like I'd seen it in my dreams, you know?
Thanks, that's just nice to do.
Well, mind you, the whole episode is about Robyn shopping with the other sisters looking for her dress. She doesn't pick one out, and apparently she went behind the scenes with Kody, and they picked out a dress together. And it was a dress that Kody wanted. And I think it is notable for a couple reasons. The first is Kody was so excited about his moment. He was so excited to put his fingerprint on it. He was so excited. It's just all ego that he couldn't think about the impact it would have on the wives who had just spent so much time thinking that Robyn cared what they thought. Right? He just missed that entirely because it was all about him. I also thought that moment gave us good insight into what makes Robyn tick, right? Throughout the episode, she is oddly deferential to Kody. She wants him to pick the flowers. She waits to say what kind of cake she likes until she hears from Kody what he wants, and eventually she has him pick her wedding dress. The concern for what your husband wants, I think, is relatively normal. But the inability or the unwillingness to have your own opinion, I think, is concerning. I think she comes across as exceptionally codependent. I think you have this person that felt untethered, without an identity, because her old marriage broke up and she was waiting to be taken care of. And Kody stepped up and said, join my family, I will take care of you. And then at that point, I think Robyn's identity shifted. Her goal at this point is to be the best wife she can be to Kody. Her goal is to be deferential and supportive and loving, to do whatever it is that he asks. And I think she maintains that to this day. So globally, at this point, you can clearly see the cracks in the foundation of this family. The three original wives are miserable. They look like they are in pain. They are suffering. They are grieving in every interview with TLC. Then you have Robyn, who is clearly more invested in herself, finding herself, and her relationship with Kody. She cares, in my opinion, it looks like she cares zero about the experiences of the other women. And then you have Kody, who at this stage of the game looks the worst. You have this man who has spent, like I look at Robyn and go, she looks selfish, and she has not had a long-term relationship with the other women. She's joining this family. She's really joining because she wants to be taken care of, and she wants a relationship with this man who she thinks is her soulmate and who she loves. That's what she's excited about. And I think at that stage in any relationship, people are usually sort of self-interested. So it's sort of, I give her the pass in season 1. Kody has been in relationships with these women for over 16 years. He should be incredibly invested in the experiences of his other wives. His ultimate fidelity should be to the family, not to this new person. And it's so clear he does not care what anybody thinks. I'm not sure he much cares what Robyn thinks. I think he just likes the ego stroke that comes with the extra attention. And so in this episode, he hurts everybody because he's so excited to say, look, I had a fingerprint on that wedding dress. I was involved. People cared what I thought. It just is to me, at his core, an exceptionally self-centered person. So I thought it was a good episode. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Thank you for listening.